It's 5:17 a.m. 11/10/2021 right here in New Jersey near New York City. So you could see the picture I have on the screen. It reflects my mood, my feelings right now as I want to respond to a few things and voice my feelings. The first thing, as you could see by the title, is that I removed certain words that related to Bushcraft Bear in his pronunciation of W instead of V's when he speaks. And those who might have gotten upset about that, thinking I was just being insensitive and cold, or even, mocking of someone, of their speech, or even their ethnicity. To be honest with you, I don't even want to be doing this video talking like this. I really don't want to go on further to say anything more because, would it even really matter? I mean, others have their minds made up on things, on people, and especially there's so many Christians right now following this person, worshiping him. That's the word, worshiping. Like, this person is perfect, can do no wrong, is absolutely perfect. Seems so innocent, so charming, so likable and lovable, easygoing, mild-mannered. But in plain English, they don't realize that this could be a total front. And you could be angry with me. I notice quite a few unsubscribed from me. I take it from the wording of those last videos with the W and the V and that type of wording, just thinking that I had no right, to do such a thing, to say such wording, as if it was the intent of my heart just to hurt someone and to speak wrongly of them for no reason. I think that if that's all that they got out of that, then it's really hopeless. It truly is. What's going on? I used the term gaslighting in the image of the last video, and also in the wording, and mentioned that term in the last few videos I've done. These people are hidden occultists and Satanists. And as far as those covering what's happening on the island and showing image and photos and videos, and others not realizing that they're propaganda tools, disinformation, hired hands, and not just some hobbyists there for their own, whim, their own desire, because they like taking pictures or they like doing videos to just sort of show what the island is like, and leaving out anything negative or bad that could actually be happening there with the volcano and the possibilities of what it could mean, and especially that people's lives, maybe tens of millions, could be in the balance if that land breaks off and there's a tsunami. So if you get all upset about my titles substituting a W for a V, and you're overlooking what's really happening here and the potential loss of life, and who and what could be doing this and for what purposes, and who these people are and why they may really be doing what they're doing, making videos and taking photos. And I'm going to mention Guten Tag or Tag or Tak. You could pronounce it different ways. You might get upset with me, but I just said it. I believe totally he's another one of these fakes out there. They're there to divert attention to what could really be going on and what might happen. Just mouthpieces, parroting the status quo, towing the party line. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with that. You could hate me for that or think I'm just maligning people. What I said and do and saying now, I'm not saying it in mockery. It's not my heart to hurt anyone, if that's what you think, or to just say things frivolously because I, have some opinion and I don't like someone. First of all, if you go back a couple months ago, I listed Bushcraft Bear as one of the channels to follow, along with Mary Greeley and maybe one other one. So, I have actually been listening to him previously until I started getting discernment and realizing what's actually going on here and what the case may be. So if someone wants to judge my heart, that's their prerogative and choice. But I'm just going to speak the truth and call it as I see it, no matter what anyone thinks. People are just mesmerized by him like they're under a spell, like zombies. So, I mean, I'd expect more people to unsubscribe after this. Not that that's my concern, other than, why am I here? Because I want to help people. I want to speak the truth, and especially for the gospel's sake, and to encourage others that Jesus is coming very shortly, any moment here. Nothing whatsoever has changed with this situation, with this volcano and the potential danger. I had to stop the video because I was interrupted at 5:30 in the morning in the dark by a very loud bang outside. I went outside to look. Nothing fell. There was nothing that could do that. I have a shed. I looked in there. Nothing fell. So, I mean, whatever was the cause of that, I don't know, or for what reason. And so, naturally, it distracted me, and I don't even really remember where I left off at here. I guess the bottom line is it doesn't really matter. I said what I had to say here, and others aren't, really, if they're not about to change their mind, they won't, no matter what I say or anyone else. It's still very, very highly likely that there's going to be a very big earthquake in that area, right on the island there. And if that happens, that could be it. That could cause a break-off very easily. This could happen at any moment still, any moment, even though there's been all kinds of talk that this volcano is coming to its end. And they're trying to just stomp out the truth of anyone trying to say that's otherwise the case. Information control and calculated, I don't know the exact words I'm trying to find here, but they're trying to make others look foolish, in plain English, for saying certain things and certain facts, and even repeating facts that they're coming out with, and then they change it around. And so the others who have said it, just quoting them, seem to be the ones in error, or they reported the wrong thing, or said the wrong thing, or are believing the wrong thing. And that's exactly what gaslighting means, the term. So, I mean, do I feel like I should apologize for what I said or the titles? No, not at all. Neither do I feel like I did something wrong. It's just a very sad situation. And again, others are just going along, taking the bait and believing all the lies, especially against other believers trying to say the truth. Now, all these there's so many, I can't even name, believers who say they're believers, going to this person's site and just nothing but good. Just they can do no wrong, like a Messiah, just because they quote some scripture. So now they're automatically a believer, a Christian. So anyway, I still believe 100% that there's a very huge titanic earthquake coming there that's ready to happen. I don't know when. No one knows when. But it's going to happen, I believe, and it's going to happen soon. Maybe very, very soon here. And once more, that's all it would take. That's all it would take. Now, I keep saying that just about every day I see angels on footage. Again, there's going to be those who are saying that, oh, it's just birds. I know birds, basically when I see them, and the ones I show and say they're not birds, though it's very hard to show them on camera in footage. And I tried with the last video, And, it's not a good, accurate representation. You couldn't even see the two angels I saw at the bottom of the screen to the right that I had said in that video, the last one or whatever I did, showing that footage. And they go so fast that even if you saw it, they fly by so fast. But anyway, what I saw in the footage that I couldn't show because it just wouldn't show up right were two very large angels with very large wings. And again, I believe this is a warning. This is continuing. At least for me personally, I'm being shown this day after day. I don't think it's birds. I don't think it's coincidence, or because, God just feels like flying angels around. I think they're warnings after warning after warning happening right here. And it means something big is going to happen, something prophetic. And we know that Jesus is ready to return here and the rapture is at hand. I mean, if you want to get upset at someone being mildly what seemed like I was sarcastic, again, I mentioned this long ago. Go read what Jesus said to the Pharisees in those scriptures, what he called them. I mean, he blasted them. All the terms, all the words he said. I'm not saying that I'm Jesus. I'm not saying that justifies someone as a believer or not to, say things about people or call them certain terms or make them, I don't know, make them out to be something that they're not. Or even if they truly are, still others say, well, you still don't have a right to do that. Well, I mean, who's going to do it? There's only so few voices out there speaking the truth in every way. And with regard to what's happening with the volcano, there's so few. I mean, there's just really a couple channels out there really that are really following this and giving the information. So, I mean, let others be taken in. There's nothing I could do about it except to try to warn and bring the truth out and expose. And we're supposed to expose evil, darkness, and deception. As an example, I mean, go to some of these other channels that are covering this and reporting on the volcanoes and listen to what the believers, the Christians, are saying about these people on those sites. I mean, what I did and I'm saying is basically tame, if you want to try to compare it. And those people are Christians unless you think they're not. And they seem to see through the mask, the veil, the phony fronts of these people. So if you want to be upset with me, that's your choice, really. The only other thing I wanted to say, which I think is important to say, is like with comments, if you see me doing comments lately anymore, for a long time I've rarely done comments except when I really felt I should, and to just sort of elaborate or go into things or address certain things going on. So like many times when I do make comments, and this has happened through the years also, people think that I'm maybe attacking them personally. They may not understand that I'm just using it like as a platform or opportunity to address everyone or certain issues or something going on that's really major that I feel I should speak out about, and it's not meant to be personal. So it's best for me to just clarify that in case others haven't realized that. So anyway, I'm very peaceful and calm. And if I come back to do more videos, I do. If not, I don't. So again, I've said this many times in the past, if this happens to be my last video or whenever that might be, then I'll just wait here patiently for Jesus by myself, I don't have to do videos. I see what's going on. I see that there's going to be those, whether they're believers or not, who want to believe what they want to believe and won't listen otherwise. That makes me sad. Very much does. But in the end, the truth is going to come out. Like the saying goes, it all comes out in the wash. I think that this lull, what seems like a lull or lack of things happening in the past several days, maybe others have sort of felt like, what's going on here? Maybe this isn't really going to happen. Maybe the rapture isn't close. Maybe this is a bunch of baloney about this volcano. It's going to stop. It's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen with this island breaking off and causing a tsunami, at least not now. All those kind of things, I think, in the past week or so here are a little less, because it seems like things are strangely like reverting to normal. My guess, my opinion is that it's more of a sign of danger, and that something way bigger, catastrophic could be ready to happen here at any time. I still think that. I still believe that. I gave my reasons in many of the videos here with asteroids and all the things going on in the sky, under the earth. And I mean, I did that video 2 nights ago where I showed where I put the live stream on, and you could hear the deafening noise and the screen shaking. And then today, there's like a river, tons, amazing amount of lava that just suddenly started pouring into the ocean. And so that had to come from somewhere, obviously. And I mean, the true picture of what's been happening has been hidden from view on the live streams. They just show this calm little area, a flow of magma, and that's centered on that. And also, it seems obvious that they're tinting or darkening their screen resolution, even at night particularly, so that it looks really dark. And even if you see flames coming up, it's like hidden, half hidden over a ridge or mountain or high hill, and so you can't even see the full what's going on, and especially you can't see it up close. So they show a flame when they do show it, and it looks like, oh, that doesn't seem so bad. It doesn't look like, what we've been seeing all along. So all those kind of games are being played. And I could be wrong, but I mean, that lava, the insane amount that I saw start flowing into the ocean starting today and continuing bright red orange now, that wasn't something we've seen before. It started flowing in, yes, but not like that, not gushing in major and total red, brightening everything. And my point is, it seems like what happened in the past night or two, maybe it was so much eruption that it only took like a day or so, or more, a little longer, for it to reach the ocean, when before it took, many days, and you'd hear reports that the lava is approaching slowly and so on, and it will hit the ocean in 2 or 3 days or whatever. But this seemed to come like a gushing river, so it had to be way more, if this is the case, way more than has happened so far, in by a great degree, of magma coming out, and how quick it reached the ocean and how much. And then all the contradictions in any official news or reports or reporting that comes out, and they change their mind and switch, bait and switch tactics, and it's the next day it's the opposite for some reason. They didn't say that, or that's not what they meant. And that's what gaslighting is. All right, I'm going to end this here. It's plenty long. I don't know if this is my last video. I've said this several times. Right now, that's how I feel. I really do. I really wish it was, for different reasons. Also because hopefully Jesus will just get us out of here any moment. But, I've seen enough. I've seen enough of this. I've seen enough of everything in every way, spiritually also, through the years. But as far as right now, with what's been going on from the start of this volcano, I've seen enough. I think everyone has. Maybe I've said enough. How many times could I keep on coming on here saying every day I've seen angels in footage, and whether many believe me or not, I don't know, and I can't really show it properly because of the lighting and everything. It just doesn't show up, so I try, but doesn't show very well. I've warned about imminent, large, catastrophic earthquake ready to hit, I believe, at La Palma. I still continue that. I see no change in that. This is ongoing. There's many different people saying this, knowledgeable. Um, this hasn't changed. This is something that seems like it's imminent, even though it hasn't happened right this second. Even though it hadn't happened last week or a little bit, 2 weeks ago. Okay. So God bless you. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with me doing videos. I don't know what's going to happen with a huge earthquake or a break off or exactly the moment Jesus is going to return. I don't know what's going to happen, to my channel if somehow I'm not allowed to stay up here for some reason. So this is a good opportunity in the mood of things and considering everything, to just say these things right this moment. Because when you least expect something, many times it happens at the least expected moment. So this situation can come to its conclusion, its close, any moment here, and so could we, as far as still being on this earth. That could happen at any moment of Jesus' appearance in the clouds to take his people away for the start of the 7-year tribulation period, when the mark of the beast will finally be put into full force. Even though we see what's happening now is totally leading up to that and a part of the mechanism, but that won't be until believers are gone. All right, God bless you. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart, and maybe I'll see you soon. God bless.